it's just funny though, because the song now is nothing like what it was at the beginning. And it really just happened. Most independent artists know, like, the engineering part is like, it's the toughest part of the process. You got to be real patient. You got to make sure, it's like you did the work, so now you sending it off to somebody to finish it off, and it's kind of out of your control at that point if you if you're not an engineer yourself. So me and Dre, we sent off the files, and we're not gonna say who the engineer was, but we sent off the files, and once we don't hear from the nigga for like a whole month. And if you pay somebody to do something and you don't hear from them in a month, you're gonna think something is wrong. You know what I'm saying, at that point? So I'm already like about to charge the shit back. But he finally hits us back, and he was like, yeah, my bad, I wasn't in contact, yada yada, whoop de whoop. Here go the mix or whatever. And just hearing the other stuff that I heard from him compared to what he sent us, I just felt like, this isn't your best work. I felt like you bullshitting me. Like, first of all, you took a month to hit me back after I paid you. That's unacceptable. Like, without any communication. Then the product just wasn't what it was. So I was ready to trash the song at that point. I was like, yo, fuck this song, whatever. It just wasn't meant to be. Cameron Smithson, he's the one who produced the song to what it is now. And he was always telling me, like, just send him some vocals, he'll produce around it. And he actually produced Aura too, one of my other songs. But I sent him the vocals, sent him all the files, and when he sent it back, he just made me love the song again. It was like a whole different vibe. It still kept the sample that Dre had used, but he kind of subtracted from it, just made it more like minimalist, and I just liked it. It was like I felt like my voice could breathe more without the sample there, and it turned out really dope, and I love the song again. And it's funny because like any artist, they know that process of loving something and then hating it and then loving it again, basically. And that's like the cycle you go through. But the song itself, I actually did write it about somebody. I feel like my best songs are always when I'm writing about a real experience, and that's really how I felt at the time. Didn't last very long, honestly, but yeah, it came from real life experience, and so shout out to her. The video really came together. It was similar to the song, really. It was like a roller coaster. At first, I wanted to do a video to Every Weekday, Every Weekend. That's the song I have produced by High Def Raja. But I was waiting on somebody to, write the treatment for it, and waiting. And I actually tore my Achilles too, like during that time, and I was still recovering, so I couldn't even really jump on the opportunity to do something. So it just took a while, like, for it to come together. And I was like, okay, I have this song, I really like this song, things I gotta say, let me go ahead and switch it, let me focus on this one, shoot a video for this. And waiting on the idea to come together took a while, and I just kind of wanted to take things into my own hands. I was like, why wait for somebody to come up with the idea? So I was like, I'm gonna empower myself, I'm gonna come up with the idea myself. And I just started studying music videos, kind of just seeing angles that I would want to get. Just came up with the whole idea, and I hit up Brandon Huntley. He's one of the dopest videographers in ATL. I found him using hashtags too. People be thinking hashtags don't work, but you can really find some people out there, especially when you in an area like Atlanta. For the video, I just thought of the first line that I say of the song is, when we link, it's like I disappear. And if you watch the video, that's kind of what happens there. It's like once I meet up with the girl, we literally warp into like a whole different reality. Basically, that's kind of what we was going for with that. And it's just that idea of, I'm sure everybody has somebody that you put the phone down for, like you link up with them, it's like you're not worried about nothing else or whatever. And so it's basically taking that idea, and then at the end of the video we warp back, and it's like all that happened in a moment, and that's just you know, the vibe or whatever, capturing that. So yeah. The feedback for the video has been really great. It's been better than I imagined. Like, I don't know, because the biggest thing I wanted to do was top the last video, the top yo-yo with what I did, and especially me coming up with the whole idea myself, and obviously Brandon definitely, he had a lot of input into it too. You know, we definitely collaborated on it, but feedback has been amazing. Like, people seem to love the song, especially the women seem to love the song. Everybody really talks about the flow and everything. So I'm glad I invested into you know, bringing a visual for it, because it's one thing to just, you know, post your artwork and post it with the music on the timeline, but when you actually, you know, give people something to kind of sell it or whatever, really sell the vibe of your song, it's different.